What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Yeah, we don't stop. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including a top WWE star legit furious and walked out of the Royal Rumble, John Cena disappearing again, fans extremely unhappy with WWE, is Nikki Bella back full-time, Fatu breaks character, has Alexa Bliss re-signed with WWE, is Cody Rhodes injured, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new videos on Wrestlelamia XL. And now let's hit the intro and get straight into our first story. Our first story looks at a top WWE star legit furious and walked out of the Royal Rumble. Our top story today takes a look at shocking news coming out of last night's Royal Rumble event, as it's transpired that after Drew McIntyre was eliminated, he proceeded to storm out of the building. PW Insider were the first outlet to officially break the news, saying, while PWInsiderElite.com is working to confirm details, something went wrong with Drew McIntyre's elimination from the Men's Rumble. When McIntyre returned to the back, he was screaming and cursing that someone had to get their moves in at the expense of a number of stories in the match. We're told McIntyre pretty loudly stormed out of the building and was gone well before the Rumble match ended. Now, it's not exactly clear what happened with his elimination, yet his elimination at the hands of Damian Priest felt random and unplanned. The Observer would follow up the report, and according to them, McIntyre isn't the only one that's furious. Now, there's a guy that a lot of people were pissed at in that match, with the idea that he was trying to get himself over and not the match over, and he was doing things. I don't want to mention his name, it'll probably come out tomorrow, because it's only one person telling me the name, but it's multiple people telling me that the Drew thing, he wasn't happy. It's not an angle. If they end up doing an angle with the person later, which there's no hints of anything, but I heard that Drew was not the only one unhappy about the situation. Now, there were a plethora of top names left in the match during McIntyre's exit, so it'll be interesting to see if the specific name surfaces over the coming days. Next up, Cody Rhodes injured. There's some major news coming out of the Royal Rumble as WWE are officially claiming that WWE Champion Cody Rhodes is injured. WWE confirmed the news via their digital team, saying, Cody Rhodes is dealing with multiple injuries. I can't confirm the intensity or severity of those injuries, but what I will tell you is that they are bad enough that Cody will not be addressing the media in tonight's press conference. In fact, his in-ring status may be up in the air as well. What I can confirm is that Cody Rhodes will attend Friday Night SmackDown in Memphis. Rhodes was obviously banged up following his brutal ladder match versus Kevin Owens, and it remains to be seen if this is a kayfabe injury or the American Nightmare is legitimately hurt. Next up, John Cena disappearing again. And one of the main criticisms directed towards WWE over the past month is the lack of John Cena. Fans were led to believe that Cena would be full-time in WWE, yet when it comes to TV appearances, he's only appeared on Raw on the Netflix premiere. But this is unfortunately going to continue, as Cena is now off to Hungary to film a movie, but it's confirmed for the Elimination Chamber event. Speaking on the post-Royal Rumble press conference, this is what Cena had to say. Yes, I'm flying back to Hungary to film a movie. What I'm going to do is my 5 other opponents 1 month to slander my name and bolster their self-confidence the best that I can. Some fans are theorizing that Cena not committing full-time to WWE, not yet at least, that WWE didn't want to give Cena the Rumble win and decided to go in an alternative direction. This theory could have some merit, especially with the sporadic and random nature of Jey Uso's win. Next up, fans extremely unhappy with WWE. Now, the Royal Rumble is traditionally a polarizing event, and fans are letting their voices be heard when it comes to the two respective winners of the Royal Rumble. Both YouTube uploads of Charlotte Flair and Jey Uso's win have 22,000 dislikes on YouTube, and the consensus on X is one of confusion and unhappiness. And when it comes to Flair, her win was somewhat expected, but Jey's win has truly hit a nerve with a portion of the audience. Next up, a WrestleMania match confirmed. Now, as expected, Jey Uso is set to challenge Gunther for the world title at WrestleMania 41. Jey confirmed the plans on the post-Rumble press conference, saying, when I won the Royal Rumble, I was screaming Gunther, Gunther, Gunther. But now it's after the Rumble. I'm looking at both of them like, alright, we're gonna yeet here or yeet here. I don't know, man. But I would say one more crack at Gunther. I really feel like I can beat Gunther. Yeet. The WWE has a tough task in building up Jey for the matchup, especially considering WWE literally booked Jey versus Gunther 8 days ago and the ring general won clean as a whistle. But speaking of Jey Uso's win, Roman Reigns reacted with a yeet on X. I'm sure he's proud of his cousin brother. Next up, WWE keeping Michael Hayes around. Now, with Michael Hayes being named directly in the Janelle Grant lawsuit, fans expected Hayes to be pulled from his WWE duties. However, that hasn't occurred, and Hayes was said to be working backstage at the Royal Rumble event last night. Hayes even appeared on camera for a brief second during the Triple H and Speed backstage skit, so WWE aren't exactly hiding him. Next up, Nikki Bella back full-time. And Nikki Bella would enter the Women's Royal Rumble at the prestigious number 30 spot, and Bella showed the world that she has what it takes to hang with the modern roster. Based on her interviews with WWE Digital, it does appear that Nikki is back full-time, as she listed a range of names that she now wants to work with in WWE. There are a lot of people. There are parts of me that have unfinished business, long business with Charlotte Flair, but also Liv Morgan. It's great to see some of my girls back here. We still have Naomi and Natty. I've never caused chaos to Bayley. That's someone I've really been loving. I kind of want to kick her off her high horse is Chelsea Green. The former Divas champion is incredibly popular with fans, and her being in the mix with some of the younger talent would be a very smart way to utilize her veteran status. Next up has Alexa Bliss re-signed with WWE. Now, Alexa Bliss received arguably the biggest pop of the night of the Royal Rumble, and Michael Cole even addressed the reports that Bliss hadn't re-signed with WWE. Now, in an update to Bliss's WWE status, the Observer is now reporting that the deal came together last minute. Of course it did. I'm told that Alexa Bliss thing was a late negotiation. I don't believe that because it's pro wrestling. My belief is that they were pulling a swerve. The gist on Alexa Bliss was that her contract, because of the freezing and time off and everything, it was not up, but it was about to be up. So they didn't want to debut her and then have her contract up, because then she kinda has them under a barrel. It's kind of awkward to start someone, put them on TV, and then if you don't come to terms and you don't have a new contract, they disappear. They just figured get the new contract done. Or with Bliss being eliminated by Liv Morgan, logic would indicate that Bliss vs Morgan feud will be WWE's creative plan moving forward. A WrestleMania showdown between the Judgment Day and the Wyatt Six has also been rumored for some time, and the Bliss and Morgan rivalry could generate well into that. Next up, has Tamina left WWE? Now, even though Tamina is still listed as an active member of the WWE roster, it's been speculated that she's taken on a new role within the company. Speaking on the No Contest Wrestling podcast, Nia Jax claimed that Tamina is still backstage and she remains a pillar within the locker room. She doesn't get the flowers she deserves, but that woman backstage is a pillar, a rock or so to many of us. We call her Mama Bear because she is just a true Mama Bear. She's kept me up when I stay up, positive when I was trying to be negative, hydrated when I was hungover. I call her my sister because she's truly a sister, and she's kept me on the up and up, even when I wasn't in the company for a little bit when nobody else was. Now, there have been no updates on what exactly Tamina's role is backstage, but it's entirely possible that she works as a coach or a producer of sorts. Next up, Jey Uso's son wrestling. The bloodline legacy could be carried on for many years, as according to the 2025 Rumble winner, his son is interested in pursuing pro wrestling. Speaking on Club 520, Main Event Jay revealed, "My little one out there, he's like, Dad, how old do I have to be to wrestle? 18, 5 more years, me and you are going to be like Dom and Rey Mysterio. He's so into it. I feel like he wanted to, I would let him. It's hard, but it's got to be all in. I've got nieces and nephews ready to go, 15, 16, 17, 6'5", 300 pounds, big Samoan kids." Now, the bloodline definitely runs deep, and it's a strong possibility that the saga is a strong focal point within WWE for many years to come. Next up, Jacob Fatu breaks character. Jacob Fatu had the performance of a lifetime in the Royal Rumble last night, and after his Rumble performance was done, Fatu waited backstage for Jey Uso. In a video uploaded to Instagram by Jimmy Uso, Fatu could be seen waiting to embrace Main Event Jey Uso, and Jacob would even be sporting a pink Yeet t-shirt. A truly wholesome moment. Next up, various stars backstage but not used in the Rumble. Now, there were definitely some big surprises at last night's Rumble, but some names were reportedly in town or expected to be in the Rumble, but unfortunately they weren't used by WWE. Wrestle Purist broke it down saying that Becky Lynch, Omos, Trick Williams, Kairi Sane and Matt Cardona were all backstage. But he also made a correction saying that Becky, according to Fightful, said that she wasn't in town. However, PW Insider said that she was expected in town, but I don't think they'd actually ever confirmed that she was spotted over the weekend. Should WWE have used some of these surprises backstage? The return of Matt Cardona to the WWE would have definitely been wild. And finally, Omos talks Triple H. Now, our final story takes a look at a new interview from Omos, who finally disclosed his personal feelings towards Triple H. Omos has been a name that has struggled to obtain TV time since Triple H took over creative, and when Omos was called back to WWE following a successful run in Japan, there was expectation that he would enter the 2025 Rumble. Obviously, this didn't happen, and Omos is back to wait for creative direction. Fans have been curious when it comes to the relationship between the Nigerian giant and the game, and Omos was asked about this while speaking to Muscle Man Malcolm. He compliments what I'm doing already and points me in the right direction. He's been a great asset in my career so far, and I'm grateful. Omos has become a fan favorite online over the past few months, and hopefully the former tag champion returns to WWE TV sooner rather than later. But there you have it, folks, the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below. I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.